2 with Frank Ferragini, a.k.a. Frankie Flowers, to the rescue. Which plants are poisonous to your pets?
So we're helping you decide. Are you going to get rid of the plant or the pet?
No.
So we're going to talk about Easter lilies in a minute, but first, let's answer some of your questions, because you snapped a bunch of pictures of plants in your house right now. So what do you got there, Winston?
Yeah, this is one from Heather Dury. How are these plants for this little guy and this little guy being her dog? And there are two different plants here.
Yeah, so on the left that she has there, which is Spathiphyllum, which is known as the peace lily. The other one on the top right corner is Dracaena marginata. They're both great plants, but both for cats, pretty good for dogs. Dogs usually have no fear of these guys, but for cats, you should be a little bit aware. Both for cats, if they do consume some of the leaves, the fibrous kind of content of the leaf will make cats very sick.
It's too much for the little stomachs.
For them
but
digest.
For her dog, it's okay.
She's okay with the dog.
Yeah, and often dogs, for some reason, just avoid these plants altogether. Okay. You know, the key is if you don't know about a plant you have in your home and you have a curious pet and or child, that's where you put the plant out of reach. First off, that's the first step. Second step is to know what it is. We were talking about Easter and Easter lilies, so that's a big thing that's going to be coming up, and it's just, you know, a few months away. The lilies that they all come from is what's called the Asiatic family of lilies, and it includes the Mona Lisa lily, which we had a picture of. Those are probably the most extreme when it comes to cats. So if a cat was to eat any part of this, or even eat the tuber, which is the root, it can cause kidney failure. And almost, it's really quick on what can happen.
These are so popular. People give them to one another as gifts when they go to visit, right, in houses. So it's very important to know that if they have a pet, steer clear of the Easter lily.
Yeah. What else you got, Winston?
This is another one from Stephanie. What about the sweet pepper plant? My little guy occasionally gets a leaf in his mouth. Is this safe?
So when you talk about the sweet pepper plant, this is where there's sometimes an issue. So sweet pepper plants sometimes can either be an edible pepper, which is an edible bell pepper. They didn't send us a picture. The sweet pepper plant can also be, which is called peperonium, which is it's a type of plant that has a pink and reddish type leaf. That's totally safe. So what you have to do is we got to ask those for a picture, because we need to identify and make sure it's the right thing what they're talking about. At Frank Ferragini or at BT.
Also, Frank, Easter lily, is it just for cats that is poisonous, or also for dogs if they consume it?
It's for kids too. Like, it's something.
Kids, cats, and dogs.
Yeah, it's a plant that if you have a curious child and or pet, just either avoid it altogether.
What about the pollen? Because quite often you'll get these lilies, and all that yellow pollen gets all over
your hands and everything.
Is that also something to be concerned about?
That's for if you have allergies to pollen.
Only.
Only. Often, if you like lilies, lilies are a fantastic plant, very fragrant. They're great to have inside your home because there's some benefit that they'll give for air purification to you. For the pollen, all you do is you remove those little pollen that's there, the little stamen that are there. By removing those, you'll get your hands dirty immediately, but then you won't get it on your clothes and things like that. It actually helped the longevity of the flower.
Is that right, to remove it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, when's one more?
I'm trying. There's one here. I made this in a hanger. Can't find them anymore. But the hanging plants sometimes get.
Well, yeah. So this one here it actually looks like it's a non-variegated spider plant. So that's
what I was going to say too, Frank. Are you sure that's because is that a variegated or a non-variegated? You think it's a non-variegated? Okay.
So when you look at this plant that's in front of you, the reason why it's called variegated is you can see it has green and white in the leaf. Okay. So anytime you hear somebody says variegated, a variegated leaf, that means that you have two colors in the leaf.
Oh.
So if it's not variegated, it's just a straight green. So there's plant talk for you, and it looks like it's a spider plant.
I thought it had something to do with how it breathes. I don't know why. Variegated.
No, it's the leaf. So if you look at a Harlequin maple that's outside, that's the one with the green and white leaf. It's the variegated leaf.
Wow.
Two colors. Word of the day, variegated.
Kind of Kevin's variegated depending upon his mood.
Oh, read into that.
I'll go for that. Yes, I will
and he purifies the air all the time.
Frankie, that was great. Thank you. Keep your questions coming.
At Frank Ferragini, thank you very much for that. Coming up on Breakfast Television, Tammy is standing by with the Mary Tyler Moore hat toss. When we come back, stay with us.